This week on Theme Park Worldwide, the show, we're going to be talking about Carnan, a brand new hypercoaster from Gerstlauer. We're going to be looking at a fantastic offer from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which now includes 2 European parks on the season pass. And plus, we've got the one and only Charlotte from Theme Park Worldwide admin here as our first ever special guest. My name's Shawn Sanbrooke, this is Theme Park Worldwide, the show. And that means it's time to cue those titles. A very warm welcome to this week's episode of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. We've got over 900 videos now here on Theme Park Worldwide, and I'd like to just thank each and every one of you for being subscribed to the channel and of course checking out regular videos. Every video here on the channel is available in HD, and that's something I really want to continue to provide for you here on YouTube. Also this week we had a video from the Enchanted Village and the construction, what's been going on there, and the Treetop Quest. Obviously the Enchanted Village opens this Saturday night, so that's just in 3 days time. Looking forward to seeing that, how it's going to be. And of course we've still got about a month to go until the High Ropes course is open. So that's going to be great. Anyway, we've got quite a bit to get through this week, including our first special guest, which is going to be really, really cool. So of course let's kick straight in with news off the rails. So yes, first up in news off the rails, going to talk a little bit about Carnan, which is basically a brand new hypercoaster here in Europe, manufactured by Gerstlauer. Now, as you know, Gerstlauer isn't really my favourite manufacturer at all. They are quite famous for doing rides that after a few years they do age quite badly, get quite rough. Which is quite interesting. If you don't know some Gerstlauer rides, obviously you've got the Smiler at Alton Towers, Soar the Ride at Thorpe Park, Speed at Oakwood, Rage at Adventure Island. So yeah, they're basically doing a hypercoaster. This thing, it's over 200 feet tall, it's 239 feet tall. So it's tall, it's a big ride. And basically starts off in a tower, climbs up a vertical lift hill, vertical chain lift hill, before going out, but much like a Eurofighter, going into this crazy layout. It features inversions, all sorts of airtime elements, and generally looks like a good ride. This ride is something I would be a lot more excited about if it was from another manufacturer. I'm not a big fan of Gerstlauer, like I say, so I'm not sure how it's going to ride. I won't be riding it this year, but possibly next year I'd like to get out there to Hansa Park and go and see this brand new ride. So anyway, let's have a little look at some pictures then. Coming up next to me, some pictures of this hypercoaster. Obviously it's over 4,000 feet of track, so again it's a long ride as well, and for Gerstlauer to have a ride that long, it's going to be interesting how it is in a few years. I think in its first year it's going to ride really well. How it's going to be a few years later on, I'm not too sure. So yeah, it features that vertical chain, so yeah, the vertical lift with the chain lift, I'm sure that'll be absolutely fine. And the lifts are quite good. On the Smiler, I really like the vertical lift. I think it runs great. Obviously going into its 3rd sort of season of operation now for the Smiler, and it's doing alright, you know, it's doing okay. It's got a dark ride section as well, which is cool. Hopefully we'll have some good lighting and theming in there, which will be nice to see. And also some other bits of theming around the ride. So how it's going to be to ride, like I say, I'm not too sure, but it is something what we'll follow here on Theme Park Worldwide. Here's a little construction image then, taken just a couple of weeks ago. As you can see there, it looks quite good. It's coming on quite well. I do like the colour scheme, reminds me quite a bit of Helix. But what's going on with this photo here? What's going on with the support structure there? It looks a bit like a scaffolding, sort of dodgy scaffolding tower or something like that, or a pylon, which is interesting, like an electricity pylon. But I'm sure when the whole ride's complete, it's going to be good, and definitely get out there next year to go and check that out at Hansa Park. Moving on then, a really good offer from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And that is on the season pass. Obviously you can get the season pass at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. They are normally £189, and that gets you from February to November at the Pleasure Beach. What they are doing now is it's £110 on a special offer if you buy it in the next few weeks here in April. So get your Pleasure Beach passes. And you also get admission to 2 Spanish theme parks. You get admission to Isla Magica and also Portaventura. So what more? You can go and ride a rubbish hypercoaster at Blackpool called the big one, and go and ride a great one called Shambhala at PA, all on the same pass. But no, seriously, you do get just 1 day's admission, but it is better than nothing. I mean, if you are going to Portaventura, you're not just going to go for the day, are you, to Spain? I mean, yes, I did it a few years ago. But generally you're not going to go for a day, you're going to go for at least 2 days or maybe 3 days at the park. But it does help you can just buy a 2-day ticket instead of buying all out for a 3-day ticket, so it will save you money. Is the Magica, not a park that I've been to but I'd like to go to, so yeah, it's probably something I might look into next year if it's still on the pass. Might be worth getting a Blackpool pass again and going out to Isla Magica. Great offer, and it's great to see the park sort of teaming up with other parks abroad. A lot of them do it already. Leesburg, Europa Park, PA, they all sort of merge together and do these offers for annual pass holders, which is really good. So it's great to see. Next up then, about PortAventura actually, and that's Ferrari Land. So Ferrari Land's basically a smaller version of what they've got out in Abu Dhabi, which is Ferrari World, which looks amazing. It's currently home to the fastest roller coaster in the world, the Intamin Launch Coaster, which looks epic. I'd love to ride it. But we're supposed to be getting a mini version we will be getting a mini version at Ferrari Land at PortAventura. Now originally they did say this was going to be opening in spring 2016, so I'd put that as sort of May next year. However, they've now said construction is going to begin next month, so May this year, May 2015, but it's potentially not going to be open and it's not going to be ready until the following year, later on in the year. So it could be late 2016, early 2017 on this coaster. It's been announced, it was all over the posters that it was going to open in spring, but so we'll have to see what happens there. I think if construction is moving well, it might open early, but looking at it, there's going to be 4 or 5 rides in there, shops, restaurants, loads of different experiences. I'd say there'll be something 4D in there, so it's not looking great that it is going to be ready for the start of the season at PortAventura next year. Again, we've still got no details on the massive launch coaster, what's set to be going in. We still don't know really the height of it. I'm hoping for something over about 300 foot. Whether it will be or not, I don't know. I mean, Stealth's 205. I'd like something about 300. I think that'd be great to have in Europe. It'd be like having our own mini Kingda car or top fuel dragster, and it best to have lap bars as well. None of that over the shoulder restraints. We don't want them on it. So we'll have to see. Obviously, PortAventura is in its 20th anniversary this year. We will be out there in August. It'll be great. There'll be vlogs. There'll be an on-location show, and we'll be looking at all the new stuff for the 20th anniversary, as well as looking at construction of the brand new Ferrari Land. So that's all for your news this week. A little bit about what's coming up in the next few weeks here on the channel. Obviously me and Charlotte are going to be in Disneyland. That's coming up in about a month's time. Just before that, we're going to be at Thorpe Park doing a lift hill walk. We're going to be walking up Colossus, which is going to be cool, so we'll be showing you that here on the channel. Also, we're going to be the week before that at Europa Park, and that's the first one to come up. We've got 5 days at Europa Park, a night in each of the different themed hotels. It's going to be a really good trip. You're going to be able to follow the whole journey. We're going to be doing a separate hotel vlog as well, so if you just want to see what the hotels have got to offer at Europa Park, you're going to be able to see all that. You don't have to just see the theme park, because trust me, the hotels there, they are worth a vlog in themselves. They're absolutely amazing. I think it's going to be quite nice to show you guys the whole transition of moving between 5 different theme rooms in 5 different themed hotels. So it's going to be good. Coming up next weekend then, well this weekend coming up Saturday, we've got live updates from the opening day of the Enchanted Village at Alton Towers. On Sunday, we're going to be at Thorpe Park trying out the brand new I'm a Celebrity maze. Interesting reviews coming from that, so I look forward to trying it out. And on Monday, we'll be back at Drayton Manor looking at the Thomasland expansion, which opened just last week. Good reviews coming in from that, and some good stuff on the channel. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Anyway, it's now time for a brand new part of the show. It's time for Theme Park Worldwide Special Guest. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now. So yes, it's time for a brand new section of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. Yes, it is here. I've said it's been coming for a while, and it's here. Yes, there is somebody else with me here at the World of Theme Parks. It is, of course, the one and only Charlotte of Theme Park Worldwide Facebook and Twitter. She's like the admin. She does, not only is she a theme park enthusiast, she's also my wonderful girlfriend, and she does basically run stuff for me. She does all the script. She tells me what's going to go on in the show, and she's just generally awesome. So how does it feel to be here at the World of Theme Parks?
It's really good. I'm enjoying myself.
Oh, she does a really good job of what she does. Whenever you message to send in photos and that for the show, this is the girl that you're speaking to. This is the one to thank for making everything go well. It's always good to have a female sort of on the team, making sure everything's running right, really. So yeah, what first started you into theme parks? What got you into it?
Well, my mum and dad used to take me to theme parks when I was little. We used to go as a family with my sister and everything.
Family day out.
And I can remember that I used to go to like Drayton Manor and stuff like that. And I went to Flambards.
Drayton Manor, where we also went on our first date.
Yeah. I went to Flambards and I went on the Hornet, and I can remember that I cried my eyes out the whole way around. I love rides now, but I still get scared on some of them because they still scare me a little bit.
I used to get scared on rides when I was little as well. I used to get scared on the little, put 50p in and have a little ride on it, so I know how you feel. What would you class yourself as then, a theme park enthusiast or a roller coaster enthusiast?
I'd class myself as a theme park enthusiast because you don't just go to the park for the rides, you go for like the shows, the food, the atmosphere, and it's a nice place to socialise as well with everyone.
Definitely. We like dark rides ourselves, don't we? I mean, you know, it's not just about, as she said, it's not just about the roller coasters at all. It's more about, we'll go Alton Towers sometimes, we'll hardly ride any roller coasters. We'll do the dark rides, we like stuff like Hex and the water rides like the Flume, that sort of thing. And that leads into the next question, because I know you like your dark rides. What are you most looking forward to riding? I'm
looking forward to going on Rock and Roller Coaster at Disneyland. I really like dark rides with lighting, like X at Thorpe Park. It's really good and I'm really looking forward to it. It is like a better version of X. I mean, there's lots going on. I think you're going to absolutely love it. I can't wait to see your little face light up on that. We're going to be doing the vlogs while we're out there as well, which is really, really cool. It's just going to be me and Charlotte in the vlogs. It's going to be quite nice and chill, quite nice and relaxing. I'm looking forward to it. So at the moment, obviously we've not been to Disneyland yet. What's your favourite theme park as it stands at the moment? It'd probably be Drayton Manor because it's more family and it's not... It's a nice park. It's a nice little park. It's got stuff for everyone really and there's enough there for you to do. Definitely. And finally, before we go, your favourite roller coaster at the moment? My favourite roller coaster is the Smiler at Alton Towers. Why is it the Smiler? What do you like about it? I just love the Smiler. I love all the loops and we was first on it as well. We were on that first train. It was special. Don't get me wrong, it's not my favourite, as you all know many times. I don't need to say what mine is, but I know that she does like the Smiler. It's a decent ride. I mean, it's a world record breaker at the end of the day, and we are lucky to have it just 7 miles up the road. Thanks, Charlotte, for coming on the show. Thank you for having me. You're going to see her a lot more this year. Of course, keep sending in anything. She loves getting all the messages and stuff for the show, sorting it all out. So yeah, it's really, really good. Thanks very much for coming on. And that is all for this brand new section. I'll have another special guest next week. Time for Merch Paradise. Great to see Charlotte there here in the show. I know a lot of you do message her on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook and Twitter, so it's great for you to actually meet her and know who you're messaging and you're on the channel. She's a big part of Theme Park Worldwide, and it's great. You're going to be seeing a lot more of her this year in vlogs and later on in the shows, and of course Disney in a few weeks' time as well. Merch Paradise then for this week. Boop! We've got this beauty. It's a Nemesis pin badge with the 21st anniversary on. Look at that. It's limited edition, or the same the limited edition anyway. So make sure you get some of these. I bought 4 myself. And I like keeping them in the packet as well. They're always worth more money if you keep them in the packet. So in about 10 years' time, when Nemesis is 31, I'll pull this out and be like, here we go, here's my Nemesis 21st, still in its packet. So thanks for that, really nice pin badge. It's a lot bigger than it actually is. A lot of people think they're quite small. As you can see the scale of that there, if I put it next to, I don't know, put it next to that there, it's about the same size as one of the Alton Towers magnets, just randomly picking something off the shelf there. But yeah, that's this week's Merch Paradise. Let's have a little look at what I've had sent in then this week. First off, you've got Jake just there. I like this one. He's got a Portaventura keyring and also some merchandise from my favourite coaster, of course the wonderful Shambhala. So there we go, great, thanks for sending that in there, Jake. Next up, Morgan has sent in this, a great photo of a selection of resins. Oh, loving that there. I love my resins, and you can just see actually in the bottom there, the camera shot, my line of resins. I've got over 25 resins now, so I do like collecting them. I'd like to see more. I was a bit disappointed at Gardaland that there wasn't some more resins actually. It would have been good to have more. I did get one from Oblivion the Black Hole, and I showed that in Merch Paradise a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some more from the Merlin Parks in the future. That's all for this week's Merch Paradise.
Questions, questions, questions everywhere.
So yes, it's time for Ask Me Anything. Again, a good section of the show which gives you a chance to know a little bit more about me and send any questions to Charlotte on the Theme Park Worldwide Facebook page, where she'll pick them out and surprise me with questions which I don't really want to answer. Like this one, which is because of Europa Park. Now, I love Europa Park. Normally I love answering any questions, but this one, it's a bit of a hard question for me. The questions come from Jenny Cousins, and it's if you could retheme a dark ride at Europa Park, which one would you pick and how would you retheme it? Now this one, I've just spent about 5 minutes off camera deciding what I would pick. I'm going to go for Atlantis, which is the interactive shooting spinny dark ride, which I like it, I still love it, but that would be that's probably the weakest one, and I'd definitely retheme it. I'd probably have it a bit more theme to the area, take the guns out. I'm not a big fan of the interactive dark rides. Get rid of those and just give it a bit more of a generic theme instead of under the sea for the area. So there we go, but it's a tough question, that one. Really tough question, so keep them coming in. Tom Lander, what is your favourite theme park for food? It's going to be Europa Park. They've got food for everyone. They've got all these themed lands. Each one's got different food in. If you want a bit of Russian, you can go there. If you want a bit of English food, you just go to the English pub. Go to the Three Piglets where you can get a nice fish and chips. And also, they've got Food Loop, which is, you all know about Food Loop. If you've not seen it, check it out. There is a video here on Theme Park Worldwide YouTube channel. So check it out, video Food Loop. Just search after this video. It's well worth checking out. It's a roller coaster restaurant. It comes down like this, lands on your table, and it's great. Can't wait to be back there in a few weeks. In fact, I'll show it on the show for you in a few weeks as well, which should be cool. So thanks for that. Sean has sent in, what tips do you have for a first time rider on a roller coaster? Well, basically, if you're ever scared to ride a roller coaster, just get on it, put your hands up in the air and just enjoy it for what it is. I mean, when I was really little, I didn't used to like going on the little moving kids rides, and then now look at me, I'll ride anything, you know, so hey. So yeah, I'm looking forward to riding more roller coasters, and of course I don't really get scared when I go on rides now, but when I used to go back into the early 2000s when I started going on the bigger coasters, I was getting a little bit scared. I'd just get on there, I'd sit down, pull the restraint down and enjoy it for what it was. Whack your hands up in the air and think you only live once. If you're sort of grasping onto that restraint whilst you're on the ride, you're sort of putting that much pressure on yourself to think, oh my god, I am scared. Whereas if you just go at it like you don't really care, like woo, you know, then you're just going to enjoy it, aren't you? So yeah, thanks for that question. Finally, Holly has sent in, what is my top 5 roller coasters? Now this is, again, it's very tough. I've been on a lot of roller coasters, over 600 in fact, so it's very tough, but I've narrowed it down to 5. This changes like weekly depending on my mood, to be honest, but the top sort of 2 always stay the same. Number 5, Colossus, not Colossus at Thorpe Park, before any of you go, oh my god, Colossus is top 5. No, Colossus, the big wooden roller coaster at Heidi Park. I love that thing, it's a great ride. Number 4, Shikra, or Shakira as I like to call it, at Busch Gardens in Tampa. Dive coaster, 2 vertical drops, really good ride. Number 3, Woden at Europa Park, nice wooden coaster from GCI. I love it. It just carries that speed so well, and you come into the brakes at the end and it just feels like, you know, you've not slowed down throughout the ride. It's really good. Number 2, of course, Helix at Leesburg. Oh, I love Helix. Can't wait to get back there. A great ride, 2 launches, 7 inversions. It's just a great, cracking coaster that I can't wait to ride again next in June, actually. June, yeah, can't wait to be back. Number 1, Shambhala. There we go, don't need to talk about Shambhala. I'm sure I've told you so much about that ride over these videos. I bet if you sort of added up every minute what I've talked about in Shambhala over the episodes, you probably have about an hour's worth of footage of me just saying Shambhala probably. But yeah, it's a great ride. If you've not been, get out there and ride them top 5 coasters, as they are really good. Time for the final section of the show now. It's time for Interact With Me. So it's time for the final section now of Theme Park Worldwide, the show. It's Interact With Me. We've got a lot to get through this week, so I'll kick straight in. First off, Jamie Bell has got a photo with me at the turnstiles. What a surprise. It's great to meet all my fans. Of course, come up to the turnstiles if you do see me at Alton Towers. I'm quite happy to have a photo with you, and we will put them on here on Theme Park Worldwide, the show. Thanks for that, Jamie. Lucas, oh Lucas, I love Lucas, good friend of mine from France. Really good to meet him. Of course, met him at Disneyland Paris. Really good guy. And of course, he came over for the Theme Park Worldwide meetup last year, which was great as well. So here he is, photo outside Ratatouille. A great dark ride. Can't wait to get on Ratatouille again in a few weeks' time. It's a really good quality trackless ride system. It's just generally a good themed ride. So thanks for that, Lucas. Josh Carter, a big happy birthday to you. And you're also spending the day at Pleasure Island. I like Pleasure Island. I've not been for a couple of years. It was 2013 when I last went to Pleasure Island. So it's somewhere I'm looking at going back to this year. Apparently the Boomerang coaster there has had its trains repainted blue as well this year. So looking forward to getting out there, seeing that, and of course getting back on Hydro Max, which is a great flat ride. I love those things. So thanks for that. Big happy birthday also to Sam White out there from me and Charlotte. Happy birthday to you. I wasn't going to sing then. Becky Hempville's got a photo on Saw the Ride there with her boyfriend over there last week. Love Thorpe Park. Saw's a good ride. It's very well themed. I know a lot of you do like Saw out there, and I do too. I know it's a Gerstlauer, and it sort of contradicts what I was saying about Gerstlauers earlier on in the show, but Saw is a good ride, definitely a good ride. Billy White's had a photo also with me at the turnstile, so thanks for that. Archie's also had a photo of me at the turnstiles. It's a common thing now, isn't it, all these weeks? And then Morgan has also had a photo at the turnstiles with his friend, which is cool. And then finally you've got Robbie, who a big happy birthday to you from us here at Theme Park Worldwide. That's it for Theme Park Worldwide, the show this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Next week's going to be an interesting show because we're going to be on location at the Alton Towers Enchanted Village. Woo! We're also going to be on location at Drayton Manor. Woo! We're looking at the brand new Thomas expansion, and we're also going to be down at Thorpe Park reviewing the I'm a Celebrity maze. Going to be another on location show. I know you loved the one a couple of weeks ago from Gardaland, so I thought, why not? Let's have another one. That's it from this week. Thank you very much to everybody that sent your things in for the show. If you do have anything to send in, all you need to do is at ThemeParkWW on Twitter, send them there, or direct message them on Twitter, or on Facebook, where you can send them in as a private message, and of course Theme Park Worldwide admin will go through them for you here on the show. We will only pick the best ones, so make them the best that you can do there, especially your merchandise ones. Keep them coming in. We'd love to see some really unique items. Try and make me jealous, something what I've not got here at the World of Theme Parks, which would be awesome. Thank you very much for watching. A very big thank you to Charles as well for being in the show, and that means it's time to cue those credits. See you later, guys. Have a good week. Get out there, ride some coasters in the sunshine. Ta-ra.